Welcome back to Laser Focus Solutions Media, folks. This is Christopher Godwin on a late night post, doing a little video here for the audience. It's challenging. I actually wanted to kind of make this topic about just this upcoming week. We're on a Sunday evening, getting ready to wind into the new week. Tomorrow, we're going to go back and complete the gazebo build, the Costco 12 by 12 gazebo build. And then we have a 5-day job starting on Tuesday, patching drywall, painting bedrooms in a home. We've actually had some good activities. So what I'm learning is just trying to find that balance. If you want to have a business and you aspire to get into this game, I challenge myself to do a 90-day commitment of content and workout. And it's about 10:30 in the evening, and I almost gave myself the good excuse to not do it, but here I sit making this video. So, that's what it takes. It takes to level up in the game is to remove the excuses and just do the work, grind, right? With that, basically over the weekend, we went ahead and put a few estimates on the street and got a couple verbals of acceptance. We did get a couple rejections as well. So, and you're going to get that. You're going to get the puts and takes. So what I'm working with my bookkeeper right now is a few things. I want to pull some data, some historical data. I want to know my close ratio, which I can get at a House Call Pro, and I can look at that. And I want to see what is the activity of that close ratio. And that way I know how much quotes I need to put in the pipeline to then get the outputs of the work I need to get to book myself out. So right now we are in the last week of June. I believe I'm booked out now. I feel like until like the third week of July, maybe give or take a few days here and there, but for the most part, it's pretty consistent. With some other stuff in the pipeline as well. So just good activity, good overall feeling in that realm. The challenge that I've come with is, and if you're a small business owner and you've experienced this, you can relate, is you go out, you find work, then you put your head down and you go grind, and then you put your head up and you're like, oh crap, I have no more work, right? So now that I have this healthy backlog of business, it puts me out 3-4 weeks, and I have other quotes out on the street with clients of good potential work, good qualified work. I want to continue that, right? I want to keep that going. That's where the growth happens, okay? That's when you start hiring staff. That's when you start training and all those things. So, I've had a few challenging jobs in the past month. I say challenging in regards to waiting for permits, waiting for equipment, waiting for a customer. So all that stuff will delay payment. And then obviously the lack of payment, that's when your businesses really start to strain. So in a small business world like I have, unfortunately, the facts are, we're about 2 weeks from bankrupt, right? And that means that's what our savings it will withhold, lack of payment, as I said, a delay in a job or whatever. So we have to be really diligent as a small business owner in what work we take in. I had a client recently request a discount, and look, I'd like to do work for free. I'm that passionate. I believe in making good in the world that much that I hate the almighty dollar, quite honestly, just because of the fact that I feel like it does taint and ruin a lot of the good things that go on in the world because we're exchanging the dollar for it. It's the world that we're in. But, the fact that the gentleman asked me for a discount, it was kind of like, well, listen, I appreciate that. But at the same time, and I said this before in other videos, you want to pay your contractor well. And I'm not saying you want to overpay. Listen, I have clients that give me tips. I have clients that bake. I have clients that overpay me because they know that when they call, I'm going to take care of them because they know they take care of me. But that's the relationship you want. It's a give-take, right? And I'm not saying the individual that asked for a discount, look, that's fine. He wants a discount. I get it. Why would he not? But for me, I have to look at myself as a businessman and say, okay, if I'm going to take my vehicle and I'm going to drive it to a destination to do X and get, say $100, or I could drive my vehicle to destination Y and get 80, where are you going to go? You know what I mean? You're going to go to the 100 because that's, and again, it's about where I am with my business costs, right? It's about where I am with market value and pricing and all those things. These are all variables that we have to take into consideration when we're pricing out jobs. You know, um, I feel like pricing is really all, again, goes back to value. Okay. If I'm offering, professional service, professional warranties, professional, I'm licensed, I'm insured, I have all these things, and I'm counting on my finger down below here so you can't see that. But, if I have all those things in play, they all come with a cost, right? To be Better Business Bureau accredited, there's a monthly fee that I have to pay to show that badge to the clients out there in the world that I'm Better Business A+ certified, okay? Now, I've had some companies go, that program's, it's a waste, don't do it. That's their opinion, okay? But for me, I got to pay into that in order to show that credibility, right? Anything, Facebook market ads, all those things, that all costs, okay? So websites, all the things that I want to see in a professional company, and owning a company, I now know it all costs, right? So, that's pretty much, my soapbox about price, about cost, about all those things. But I'm most excited with just the community. I mean, the outreach in the community is strong where I live in Middletown, Delaware. I have serviced an array of clients, and it's so cool to see myself on a map and where I've been and how I've just progressed through the last 2 years of being in business. And if I look at the map, I almost would love to see the referral tree of how it all plays out, like the map, right, of which way it goes. Because one customer could live in Newcastle, Delaware, and they refer me to a friend that lives in Elkton, and then that friend refers me to somebody in Claymont, and then that friend. So I'm being ping ponged around by referrals, and then all of a sudden, literally, I'm not making this up, I find myself in a community where I'm like, hey, I know this street, I know this community. Oh crap, that's so and so that referred me into here. You know what I mean? They're kind of on this different street, but in the same neighborhood, kind of thing. So it's such a small community. That's the beautiful thing. And I'll end on this. I look forward to getting Laser Focus Solutions on the map from a giving perspective, from a sponsorship perspective, from Little League baseballs or something like that. I'm looking forward to that kind of stuff, right? We're not there yet. We're not at that place yet. As I said yesterday, there's a gentleman that I aspire, certainly look up to, that's crushing it in the painting game in Pennsylvania. He's all over everything. So I mean, he's on tram cars out in Wildwood, New Jersey, and whatnot, from what I saw on Facebook. So, he's also, been doing it for 8 years, and he's clearly leveled up his game. He's put in the hard work to get to where he's at. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. That's why I'm making these videos 8 minutes long, and just continuing to learn, grow, groom, be, right? Just be. I could have easily been upstairs in my bed, hit the snooze button, and boom, out, lights out, going to bed. But when I hit the stop button on this video, I'm gonna go over here to the gym next door, little weight set, and throw some weights around, you know what I mean, and just get that in. That way I can get up in the morning, clean conscious, and know that when I set myself to this goal for 90-day challenge to post every day and work out every day, I can look at myself in the mirror and say I'm staying consistent and staying true, and not have to live into my excuses, okay? So, this could be motivating to some. This could be boring to some. I apologize if it is. To those that find value in it, thank you. I really do appreciate you sticking to my journey and my story of, a small businessman, locally owned, locally operated. I'm just getting started. I feel like this business has got so much potential to grow. It's just a matter of how I want it to grow. Do I have a plan? I do. Do I have a dream? Absolutely. But again, I have to stay humble. I have to stay within, my reach, and not let this thing eat me up, right? Take on too much work too fast, take on the wrong clients, all those things. That's just how it goes bad. It's quick. And I'm just getting started with that. But then at the same time, I also aspire to own rental properties as well. So, stay tuned for that. I mean, we haven't even scratched the surface on that yet. So that's going to be a fun venture as well once we get this thing rolling. From a property management standpoint, I like to see Laser Focus Solutions do the maintenance and the work on the properties that we own, and all stuff like that. So we're getting started, looking for private capital, looking for investors, looking for a lot of different mentors, all those things that can help take this ADHD brain of mine that doesn't hear the word no, okay, and that can get behind it and just let's go. So, all right, peace. Thanks for listening. Hit that like button, subscribe, comment, tell your friend, tell your friend's friend, your brother, your dog walker, all them people too. Tell them, peace again.